Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm Elizabeth Davis, the founder of Shedavi. I am a hair expert and also a cosmetologist. And today I'm going to be reacting to some silk presses. Some will be successes, some not so much. So let's do it. Okay, first up is Joselle_B26. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so in her video, she starts out with a heat protecting spray. Okay, now I didn't see a shampoo or condition or anything like that. She just starts out with the protective spray, which is great if you're about to blow dry and then flat iron. But let's see what she does. She has the blow dryer and then she has a hairbrush. Now, this type of brush, I would not necessarily, it's a paddle brush, but I personally would not blow dry thick hair like hers with that type of brush. I would use something more with more pins in it. So let's keep going. That was not a long enough blow dry for that little section. And her hair actually looks dry. So if you are going to blow dry your hair, make sure the sections are damp. Make sure you have a spray bottle with you so that you can spray the section back down. And it could be wet because wet hair is more pliable. And when your hair dries in a shrunken state or in your natural curls, then it's much harder to get them out with the blow dry because they're already dry, they're set, right? That's why it's called a wash and set, right? From back in the day, a wash and set. Then she just twisted it, but now that's kind of putting curls back into the hair. I would have just clipped the section out of the way. Okay, I would have clipped the section out of the way. Okay, she's getting tired here because she's been blow drying for a while. Okay, she's done with the blow dry. Now she's going in with the flat iron. Okay, so right here, before she went in with the flat iron, for me, I would have, and you do this too, I would have applied a protective serum. I would have applied a protective serum and then went in with the flat iron, okay? Because you just blow dried your hair with the heat protectant, but a lot of that has been blow dried off at this point. So it's better to double protect your hair so you get less heat damage, okay? Okay, some of her sections, like this section of her hair is a little bit too thick. You wanna take 1/2 inch sections to flat iron your hair, and then make sure you're flat ironing starting at the root to get the root straight because no one loves puffy roots, and then straighten it from there. But I do see that she's doing the comb chase method. This is a good method to use because that gets any kinks out of the hair, okay? Wait, she's doing the comb chase method with a brush. I thought she was using a comb. No, don't use a brush. Use a tail comb and do the comb chase method because you will get much better results. Okay, she wrapped her hair, and now she's taking it down. It's the next day. Okay, guys, I'm not going to say that this is a fail. I'm not going to say that this is a success. This is a good practice round. She can go outside with her hair like this, but it's not the best that it could be because the way her hair turned out, to be honest, I feel like she didn't give it a good clarifying shampoo and then a moisturizing conditioner because it just doesn't look shiny like it should, and it's not like flowing and bouncy. So she may still have some product buildup on her hair from the past, or she could have put too much of that protecting spray on there too that caused a little buildup and made the hair look dull. But it turned out okay. She can keep practicing and it'll get better, guys. Okay, so now I'm back on Instagram and this is a silk press tutorial from Chelsea's page. And she actually put the time here, 9:15 p.m. So let's see, what does that mean? Okay, she's putting some tips up here, okay. So she must have done this before. Okay, I can't tell how wet her hair is. But it does seem to be blow drying out very well. So I'm assuming it's damp and she's blow drying at this point. And it looks like she's using a blow dryer with the built-in brush, one of those round blow dryers. I've never used one of those, but that is good for people who the hand coordination with the blow dryer is kind of challenging, right? So it takes practice to get that. But this is a good start to getting your hair blow dried. It's bouncy already. Okay, I like the bouncy and I like the flip. It's 10 p.m. and now she's going in with the flat iron. Let's see. Now, okay, so I'm looking at her hair. For me, one thing with the blow dryer is, with these type of blow dryers, they can't really get to your roots. So if we pause right here, we can see her roots are not as straight. But if you were to blow dry with a separate brush and blow dryer, and you were to use the right type of blow drying brush, you can get to your roots. You can really get in there and your roots will be less curly, okay? Your roots will be less curly. So that's one point that I want to make here. Okay, so now she's flat ironing. She's using the comb chase method. She's struggling a little bit, y'all, but it's coming along. Yeah, girl. Okay, so she says that she's going to keep it below 425 if you don't want your curls to loosen up. Okay, that's good advice. Comb chase method. She fumbled her comb. Yep, a little blooper. That happens sometimes. Okay, it's 10:30 and she's continuing. Now she's going in with a split-end serum at the top half of her hair. I'm not sure why she didn't use it at the bottom half, or if she did, maybe she just didn't give us that clip in the beginning. But I say whatever you apply in one section, just apply all over your hair and just use like a dime size amount so that you don't weigh down the hair. Yes, her sections are pretty thin, and that's good. Like I said, always do about a ½ inch a section. That way you'll get the silkiest silk press. Okay, and she's done. I'm going to say that her silk press was a success. I think she did a good job overall, and she's been practicing because she did give a lot of tips. Good job, Chelsea. Okay guys, we're back on Instagram and Jalen Brooke is going to give us a silk press tutorial. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so she starts out with her hair sectioned. This is a good practice. She pre-sectioned her hair, so now she can go in and blow dry her hair. I can see that her hair, it appears to be damp, which is good because you always want to blow dry on damp hair. Okay, so she's going in her first section and she's applying her heat protectant. Good practice as we discussed. Okay, so this is kind of similar to the blow drying brush, but she's using a blow dryer with the comb attachment. So she's using the blow dryer with the comb attachment. And again, this is good for if you don't have that hand-eye coordination with the blow dryer and the brush, then use a comb attachment. However, the hair does not get as blow dried out as well with if you were using a separate brush and blow dryer. But this is good for home use. Okay, so she's using a professional flat iron, which is really good because you get better results with a better quality flat iron. Okay, so you want your flat iron to be a titanium or you want it to be ceramic, to have those coatings so that it actually helps to protect the hair too. Now this is a good example. She's now going in with another heat protectant. After she blow dried, she put a heat protectant on when she blow dried, before she blow dried, and now she's putting a heat protectant on before she flat irons. Now this does say that is a spray though. So I don't know if this is a water-based spray, but I will go in with something that's more like a serum rather than a spray, because now your hair is getting back wet a little bit. You're getting back damp. You don't really want that. You want to go in with something that's more of a serum that doesn't have water in it to continue on with the process. Her roots could, again, with the blow dryer and the comb attachment, your roots don't get as straight and the hair doesn't get as straight with the blow dryer. But that's okay. Let's see how she does with the flat iron.
Okay, so first she started on the 15 setting, and let me just say, they do let me. Okay, so then I went on the 25 setting. I don't know.
Okay, so she's testing her settings here with the flat iron, which is a good practice for someone who's not a hairstylist. You don't want to end up with heat damage, so it's good to see how silky you can get your hair as you turn the flat iron up. Okay? One thing I don't see her doing is the comb chase method, which I would recommend her do. That way your ends will be more straight.
What decrease 25 ends? And so that's 20. Sounds like I see Shay use the brush, so I bought it, and then
Okay, so she came in with the brush. That's basically, she's using the brush as the comb chase method, which I've seen this brush before too. I don't know if I would recommend it or not. I do prefer the comb. I don't know what type of bristles these are, because you have to be careful with what type of bristles you're putting on your hair. Is it boar bristle? Boar bristle is the best, and it doesn't damage your hair the way plastic bristles would damage your hair. So let's see.
I was like, okay, now let's give it what I needed to gain the very first pass, the very first time. Total sign note, if you're not following
The results.
once it's started, just go ahead and your special spray. Additionally, after talking to my friend that is a hairstylist, she told me that 30 is still not high, and I will be cracking that thing up on the next try. But excuse me?
Okay, I'm going to say that her silk press is a success. It turned out very cute. It's very flowy. It's moving. It's bouncing. So this is a success. She says that she could have turned her flat iron up a little bit more. Yes, she could have. It would be even more silkier, but she has a nice shine to her hair. It's flowing. It's a success. It's very cute. Okay, so we have Kimani here on TikTok, and we're about to watch her do her silk press. Okay, so she starts out with a blow drying brush, it looks like. Again, these brushes do not get your hair as straight as it could with a separate blow dryer and brush that's specifically made for thermal usage. However, I do think that she has a good blow dry. So I didn't see her apply any type of heat protectant. I'm not sure if she did or not, but of course you need to apply a heat protectant before you blow dry to prevent damage. However, she does have really pretty hair. It's nice and full, and her blow dry actually looks good. I see a little sheen in her hair after the blow dry. That's always a good sign that it's not like over dried. And then also the blow dry overall looks good. Okay, so I see her do she then goes in with her flat iron, and I see her with a brush. It looks like an edge brush that she's using to do the comb chase method. No, that's a no. That's not gonna work. Again, use a tail comb to do your comb chase method. That's the best comb to use. Also, I did not see her apply heat protectant. Again, the heat protectant serum is ideal for when you're flat ironing your hair. And the reason why is that not only does it protect the hair, it also helps the hair silk out better. Contrary to popular belief, there are some serums that have silicone, some don't, but the silicones, or those ingredients that replace silicones, that act as cones, are necessary to help the hair silk out better. And it also keeps your hair after you flat iron from puffing up. That's why in the beginning she says, hey, she has a poofy press, but it ends up back poofy because she didn't use the right products. In addition to that, I'm not sure what level her flat iron was on, but you have to turn that flat iron up to silk out the hair. No, you don't want heat damage, but you have to turn up the flat iron if you want a silky silk press and not a poofy silk press like Kimani ended up with. So that's my advice. It turned out very pretty initially. It turned out very pretty initially, and then it poofed back up. Wrong products. That's the problem. She's not putting the right products on her hair, and she may not have the temperature setting correct. It was just enough to get her hair straight for that moment, but it's not lasting. Also, when you shampoo and condition your hair, I don't know what she shampooed and conditioned with, but you have to shampoo and condition with the right type of products. Ideally, your shampoo and conditioner would be a smoothing shampoo and conditioner. Those also have the silicones in it, or the silicone replacements in it, to smooth the hair. Okay, Michaela Michelle, she started out saying that she has extreme heat damage. Let's see what happened.
I start my hair journey, start off on a good note. Well, this will first go down as the...
Okay, we can see the steam coming off the iron of the flat iron while she was getting her hair done. Also, that stylist is holding on to that flat iron tight. Okay, let's see. Let's continue. I have a good point about this though, guys. Hold on.
On a good note. Well, this will first go down as the biggest regret of my life because my hair is ruined. Yes, you guys. You heard it first. My hair.
Aww.
This whole section.
Wow, the whole section, and it's like on the side. The whole section of her hair is heat damage, and it's on the side of her hair. I don't see how you can really mask that.
Damage from the root to the tip.
It's like her hair, the middle section from the root to the tip. I wouldn't even say the tip. It's like the tip is curly and the roots, not necessarily the root, close to the roots, and the middle section of her hair is straight, but the roots and the ends are curly. So she got damage in the middle of her hair. Oh my goodness, look at the back. It's just like she has these straight pieces throughout her hair. Her curls before were very gorgeous. Very gorgeous. Two things could have happened with the flat iron. So the flat iron is very hot, number one. The thing with these stylists is you may have to adjust the temperature for each client. Some stylists just turn it to 450 and that's it. Every client's hair is not the same. Since every client's hair is not the same, you should not be flat ironing every client's hair at 450. And you can tell your stylist this too if you're going to get your hair done. If you know that you've been straightening your hair a few times, or you've been straightening your hair over time, you don't need as much heat as somebody who has not straightened their hair at all, because your hair over time, it becomes heat trained. That's a controversial term. Some people call it heat damage, but it's not necessarily heat damage if you still have your curls. So that's more of a heat trained hair where you can blow dry the hair out easier. Your silk presses are coming out flowing, and they're not necessarily reverting at all until you go and shampoo it again. That's a good silk press, and that can kind of happen over time. For someone like her, it looked like she said she had a little heat damage in the front, so it sounds like she had been straightening her hair. I don't know if she was straightening her entire head or just that section, but the stylist should have had a consultation with her. And then in addition to that, the pressure from the flat iron. The stylist was putting a lot of pressure on that flat iron. Pressure matters. If you're pressing someone's hair, yes, you may put a little bit more pressure on the roots because that's the new growth and you really want that to get straight. But then after you go over the roots a couple of times, one pass over the hair from root to tip is what needs to be done. You may go in and curl it from there or something like that, but at the highest heat, one pass from root to tip. A lot of times what stylists do is they'll straighten your hair, take a section of your hair, start straightening, and then they'll go over just like in the middle, start going over again in the middle. So now that section of hair has had multiple passes. That's why her hair, from the pressure and then also from multiple passes, is where this heat damage in that middle section is coming from. I would not say that it's reversible. She can go in and do some protein treatments, which will probably help over time. That's my only recommendation, is like a really deep protein treatment. I would also shampoo my hair with a clarifying shampoo to make sure all the product is off, and then go in with that deep protein treatment to see if your hair can revert back. At least you can get some curl back, or she can twist that section or Bantu knot that section or rise at that section so that it looks like it's the same curl when she's wearing her hair in her curly stage. I don't feel like she should necessarily go and do a big chop or anything like that. Just grow it out. It's okay. If you have a little heat damage, it's okay. This has been our silk presses, successes and failures, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what I should react to next.